What's up, family? My name is Jimmy Scott Jr., and welcome to the My 2 Cents podcast, a podcast where I give you my 2 cents on anything and everything. So I want to welcome you guys back. Today is March the 1st of 2023. I appreciate you for tuning in and listening to me today. And today we are going to talk about money. I'm going to talk about some money habits. That's specifically what we are focusing on, money habits. I find that a lot of YouTube searches and Google searches are about money. And, a lot of us, that is a hot topic for a lot of us. Money, politics, spirituality, relationships. Those are kind of the four categories of our questions that we have. And so we're going to focus on money. Now, I'm sure at least once in your life, depending on who you are, you have looked up at least a question about ways to make money. What should I do with money? How to save money? Things like how to make more money. That's the main question, is how to make more money. And I'm sure at some point you've seen countless ideas and suggestions and answers to your questions, but you're still left feeling like there's something else that you still need to do, or more that you need to know or understand. And so I'm going to boil some things down here for you to really give you a step-by-step thing of something that you can take to the bank that will help you with money and your relationship with money. And I want to make it as simple and as easy as it possibly can be. So for you, you can take actionable steps today. Now, I will tell you the first thing that you need before we even talk about money is discipline. You need discipline. So if you are a person that is not disciplined, if you're someone who starts a thing and then doesn't hold to it, then it really won't help you. None of these will help you because you're not disciplined. With money, you have to be disciplined. You have to know where your money is going. You have to tell your money what to do. And you have to remember that money works for you. You don't work for money. So you have to be disciplined to yourself and to your goals of what money is for. So if you're not a disciplined person, then these tips are not going to really help you as much, because you're going to start and you're not going to finish. So that's the first thing you need to really hone in on and make sure that you have as it resorts to money. You need discipline. So let's get into it. Let's break it down. Money itself. Money is used for transactions. Money is used to help make our lives easier. Money is used to give us back our most valuable asset, which is time. We usually, for most of us, trade our time for money. Most of us. We go to work for money. We perform services for money. We do a lot of things for money. And usually those things require our time. And so the thing that we want is our time. But we can't have our time because we need money to survive. So money is a transaction. Money is used for transactions, and money is used to help give you your time back. The more money you have, the more of your time you get back, because the more you don't have to worry about surviving. Money is also used for just that reason, to survive. You need money to eat. You need money to sleep. You need money to drive. You need money to give. You need money to help people and to provide and to do a lot of things. Everything revolves around money. You want a car, you need money. You want a house, you need money. You want a hamburger, you need money. You want chicken, you want water. You got to buy water with money. The most found thing on the planet, water, costs money. Even rain. We can't just drink rain, I guess. As it rains, they have to filter that rain into water that is drinkable for you, and that requires money. So everything costs money. And the more of it you have, the easier and the better your quality of life will be. Right? We get that. We all get that. Well, let's go with understanding it. Let's move now to understanding money and what we need to do with it. All right, you work a job. You get paid some money. What do you need to do with that money? Well, first off, you need to understand that you need to know everywhere your money goes. Money shouldn't just be coming into your checking account and you're just like, oh, look at that. I got $1,000. I got $2,000. I got $800. However much you got, right? Doesn't matter how much you got. Your mindset is what needs to change. It's not the money. It's the mindset. It's the mentality behind the money. What are you doing with it? You traded 8 hours to make some money. Okay, now that you have the money, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to blow those 8 hours of hard work that you just did, and you're just going to go blow it all away just to go work hard again and blow it all away? Your money should be changing your quality of life. Always keep that in mind. Other than that, you're just working. You're basically working for free. If your money is not used to change your quality of life, unless you're comfortable with your life. If you're comfortable with your life, then you live your life how you want to live. But for most of us, if you're listening to this podcast, then you want to change your quality of life. There are things that you want. There are desires that you have, and there are purposes that you want to fuel that cost money or cost your time. You want your time to go somewhere else, or you want to do something else other than what you're currently doing, and you need the time to do that. Well, you need money to do that, right? For most of us, that is what we are seeking. So, keep that in mind. Every time you get paid, how can I use this to change my quality of life? Is going and balling out every time you get paid changing your quality of life? Because I can tell you right now, for most people, they adopt the YOLO mentality. You only live once. That's the YOLO mentality. Well, you only got one life to live. You might as well ball out every day and have no responsibility and just go blow every single paycheck you get because you only get one life to live. You might as well make stupid decisions. YOLO is not a license to make stupid decisions. Is it wise? Is it smart to go spend your money on things that are not going to make you more money? Is it wise? No, it is not. Because when you spend that money and you're not making more of it, then you gotta go trade more of your time. And that is what you really don't get back. Time. When a day goes by, it's gone. That day is gone. You're not getting it back. Everything you wish you could have done that day, you can't do no more because you traded all of your time. So the more you stop trading your time, the faster you get money, the faster you don't have to waste your days. You should be looking at your money like, I'm scratching at the door, or the wolf is scratching at the door, right? The landlord is kicking you out. Every time you look at your money, that money should be your next ticket out of here, basically. Your ticket to get out of bankruptcy, or I don't know what kind of imagery you need to paint in your head, but basically for me, I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep at night. That's just how I approach money. Every time I get paid, hey, we need to take an action to get me out of my situation. I look at it like, hey, I'm in a bad relationship and I need your help to get me out of this money. I need your help. That's how you need to be looking at money. I don't know what kind of imagery you need to paint in your head. Maybe somebody slapped your mom and said, in order for you to get her back, you need to pay them $500,000, and you like, hey, every day I'm thinking about it, I need to do it. This is the mentality, right, of your situation, so that you don't waste time. You only get one life, but that's not a license for you to live stupid. So you need to know everywhere your money is going. Write it down if you do not know. So here's just a rule of thumb that I live by when I get money. The first thing I notice in this world is that when we get money, a lot of our money goes to bills. We give our money away so fast. First rule of thumb, you need to know where your money goes. Second rule of thumb, you need to learn how to keep your money. You ain't work 8 hard hours a day for 40 hours a week, or 45 hours, or 50 hours, or 60 hours. Some people work at 60 hours a week. You didn't work those hard hours just to give your money away so quickly. I know it feels that way, but I'm telling you right now, You can save more money than what you think. You just have to look and prioritize what's important in your life. And here's how you do that. That's why I told you it starts with discipline first. Here's how you do it. As soon as you get paid, I've been doing this for years right now, and it has really helped change my quality of life and my relationship with money. As soon as you get paid, you need, and this is just my advice because I am a Christian, and this is what I do first. I give first. So for me, I tithe. As a Christian, I tithe. I give to my church. I also give to my charity, in which there's a thing that I do myself where I go and purchase snacks and goods and products, and I give it to the homeless. I literally go to the store and I purchase things just to give to homeless people. That's just a thing of my own that I do to make sure to give reverence to God for myself, that, hey, I worked hard, but I didn't get this opportunity on my own to have this job. God blessed me with this opportunity. It's all God's money anyway. I am going to give back, to God what God has blessed me with, and I'm going to do that by helping others. Others come first. Loving people come first, because when you take care of God's people, God takes care of you. That's just my belief. Maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're not a Christian. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying this is what I do first. You can give to a charity. All I'm saying is give. I set aside 10% of everything I make and I give every single time I get paid. Okay, every single time. I can already hear the question. Well, Jimmy, what happens if I don't make enough to where I'm able to give? What happens if my rent or my mortgage or my bills are larger than my paycheck? Well, that lets you know right there, number one, you need to make more money. You need to make more money. It's simple as day. Like it's simple. It's a writing on the wall. If your light bill is $50 and you only made $40 and you don't have enough to pay it, you need more. It's simple. We know the solution to that. The hard part is how do we make more money? We'll get to that. We'll talk about that. That might be a different topic. Right now we're just talking about habits. So, first thing, give 10%. You know how to calculate 10%. If you don't, pull out a calculator. Put how much money you made in your paycheck, put how much money you got, and then multiply it times 0.10. And that's how much money you need to take out and give. Now, I would suggest you literally A, take it out in cash, or B, you move it somewhere else so you can separate it. If you do not take the actual action on it, you may forget. So these are tangible things that you can do. Literally take that money out in cash and put it to the side and say, this is to give. Or move it to another bank account. Maybe you got another checking account. Maybe you got a Cash App, Venmo, whatever you got. Move that money and be like, this is for giving. I will not touch this because I put this to the side to give. That's the first thing that you should do. That's what I do. The second thing, now that you've taken aside 10% to give, you need to pay yourself 10%. If you can pay yourself more, put more to the side. If not, just rock with 10%. There's nothing wrong with 10%. So let's look at that, right? Let's just look at that. I made $100. Okay. I got paid $100, right? Say you got paid, you worked your job, you worked them 40 hours and you got paid $100. Now, I mean, that would be crazy if you did work a job and only got paid $100. I'm not saying that, but we're just using that as an example here. Say you got paid, you worked and you got paid $100, right? Well, 10% of $100 is $10. Okay, we just said step one, $10 is going to giving. You know how much you could buy with $10 from Dollar Tree to help somebody on the street? You know how much food you could buy? You know, again, even if you just gave $10 to somebody, that'll get them a meal. You know what I'm saying? So $10 goes to a homeless person. Now you got $90 left. Another $10, 10%. We're just talking 10% of the whole thing. Or let's say you take 10% of $90. If you didn't want to do 10% of that 100, 10% of $90 is what? 9, right? $9. Okay. But let's just stick to the 100. 10% of $100. Okay. 10% of $100 is 10. So $10 goes to giving. Another $10 pays yourself. Now you got $80 left. Now you got one more thing you need to do before you pay a single bill. You have one more thing you need to do. Is you now need to put aside one more 10% to invest. 10% goes to giving. 10% goes to you. 10% goes to invest. Because if you realize that you don't make enough money to have the quality of life that you want to live, and you realize that you need your money to start making money for you so you don't have to work the rest of your life, you have to invest your money to where you can make more money without having to work at some point. Other than that, if you're okay with just doing the first two and working to make the money the rest of your life, then don't invest. Do not put your money to make more money for you. Just work the rest of your life and always work to make your money, if that's what you really want to do. But if you want to make money in your sleep, you have to invest your money into other methods that will make you money. You have to. Other than that, just work the rest of your life. But if you're like most of us, we don't want to just be working to survive the rest of our lives, because that's basically what we're doing. We're working to survive. We want to be able to survive without having to work, and then we can really do whatever we want to do and not have to worry about bills and food and gas and water. We want to be able to do that. Well, you need to start preparing for that. Will you be able to retire tomorrow if you're starting off today with $100 in a paycheck? No, you will not. So we know right there that this will be a journey. This will be a process. We know that. We understand that. I'm letting you know right now, in case you didn't know that, this is the journey you're on. You are on a journey to financial freedom. You will not accomplish this in a day. I'm just here to tell you. So if you do not have discipline, you will not be able to accomplish this. You have to be ready for the long haul. And I know it sounds long, but as you make progress, you will see that it's easier said than done. Because life goes by like that. And if you think saving money and investing money and opening up doors is long, if you think 2 years is long, try going 10 years and you're in the same spot you was yesterday. Try doing that. Because that's where a lot of people are. And maybe that's where you are. You may be in no different spot in your life than you were 10 years ago. You may be doing the same thing, living the same way. And look how fast that 10 years went by you. So, if you want to make a change, you got to be ready to sacrifice short term in order to have long-term gain. So let's go back to those habits. The three things. As soon as you get paid, give your money 10%. That's $10. If you make $100 a paycheck, pay yourself. That's $10 more. And then save money and invest. That's $10 more. So what are you down left with now? You got $70 left. $70 can go to your bills. If $70 can't cover your bills, you need to see what bill you don't need. You really need to see what bill you don't need. Maybe you don't need the gym membership right now. You can work out at home. Maybe you don't need internet. You got internet on your phone. Maybe you need to mobile hotspot a little bit. Maybe you don't need the Netflix. Maybe you don't need Hulu. Maybe you don't need Disney Plus. Maybe you need to evaluate how much gas you put in your car. And stop filling your car all the way up, just fill a little bit halfway. Maybe you need to evaluate. You need to evaluate your expenses. Because either two things are going to happen. You got $70. That's all you know right now. You got bills to pay. Either you're going to cut down on what you think you need and go and live below your means, or you're going to just figure out a way to make more money. One or two things are going to happen. And if you don't have more time, how can you make more money with time that you don't have? Remember, you just gave 60 hours of your life to a job. Do you have more time to give away from your family and your kids? Do you? If you do, ignore what I'm saying. If you don't, you need to cut down some expenses because you can't afford to get another job. Because you can't afford to give less time to your family. You should not sacrifice your time with your family. Make more money or cut expenses. Make more money, don't sacrifice more time. You don't have more time to give to get another job. Cut some expenses. That's the easiest thing to do, is to see what you can cut. And if there are some things you can't cut, okay, come to an agreement on it. All right, I can't cut this. I need this in my life. Okay, cool. Fine, keep that. But I'm just telling you the mentality you need to have with your money and how you ought to think about your relationship with money. Meaning that every single dollar goes somewhere. So, I'll ask you this question. Do you really have money? No, you don't. You should be broke. You should always be broke. Why? Because every single dollar is somewhere. Meaning that you don't just have free money laying around to do nothing with. You should be broke. Hey, how much money you got? Oh, I got $100 in my savings. Oh, well, you're not broke. You got money. No, I'm broke. That's savings money. That's not just money. It's savings money. It is for a purpose. It is not just for me to just touch and do whatever. So I'm broke. If you got money in a savings account and it's for something, a specific purpose, you broke. You got $0. Money goes to bills. Money goes to savings. Money goes to investment. Money goes to God. I'm broke. Ain't got no money. And that's the mentality you got to try to have until you're able to say you got money. Because right now you broke. Okay, it's okay. You're not poor. You're broke. Again, I'm going to say it again. You're not poor. You're broke. You just don't have money because your money is somewhere else for a specific purpose. So let's break down those three real quick, just a little bit more. I already broke down the first one about giving. Again, I give to the church, I give to the homeless, I give to charities, I give to whatever I want to give with. Let's break that second one down again. Paying yourself. Well, what does that look like? When you pay yourself, right, you put money to the side for you. It's technically not for you. It's for you, but it's not. It's for an emergency. When I say save, when people speak about saving money, you need to know how and why. There's always a reason why you should save. Some people have the wrong mentality about saving money because they come to it from the approach of, oh, well, I can't have no fun. Oh, I can't enjoy myself. I can't go out to restaurants and eat because I gotta save money. Oh, I can't live life. That's not it. That's not it at all. Saving money creates discipline for you to teach you how to budget. Put yourself in jail. You should not be going to a restaurant eating 5-star meals if you are broke. How can you say you enjoy yourself at a restaurant if your situation is not changed in your life? I can't enjoy myself. It's hard for me to do that. Sitting there knowing that I'm spending rent money just to go out and eat. That's hard. I can't enjoy that food, man. It's hard. Because as soon as that food go down and I'm done and I'm full, as soon as I get hungry again, all I'm going to do is just get stressed because I know what I just did. I spent rent money to go eat a steak. Or I sacrificed to go in debt. I went negative in my bank account to go buy some pants or to get my hair done or my nails done and all these other things that we keep thinking that we need. How can you enjoy it when you broke again? You in the same cycle over and over and over, and your quality of life has not changed, but you sacrifice it for a little bit of satisfaction and happiness, when that happiness is just going to go away. We do it over and over and over again. And maybe that's where you are. Maybe you're in that spot. I've been there. I'm telling you. Hey, I only got $5. I might as well enjoy it. I might as well do this. You might as well do that. I haven't had this in a long time. I've never done this. I've never been there. You find all these ways to justify why you should spend all your money. Stop justifying spending all your money. Be disciplined and stick to a plan. Do not be tossed by the wind to and fro. Don't let people peer pressure you to spending your money. Stop letting people just come on out. We having fun, man. Again, if they're in the same situation as you, they're not making smart money choices either. Should you be listening to them? No. Think about it. You make a choice now where later you can get your hair done every day if you want, versus them, they can only do it sometimes. But you made the sacrifice now, versus them, they don't want to make the sacrifice now. They're still going to be in the same spot 3 years from now, where you can get your hair done every week if you want, if you just stick to the plan and you be disciplined. So, going back to the habits, and I know we're going on a little tangent here, but going back to the habits, I want you to remember, when you pay yourself, you're paying yourself for an emergency. I guarantee you right now, you do not have an emergency fund. A lot of people don't. That is scary, man. This is how we get in debt, and this is how we stay in debt. It's scary. It scares the crap out of me. If your tire goes flat today, and say you go to Walmart charge you $80 for the cheapest tire they got. Do you have $80 to the side where you could pay for it? Let's think about it in this scenario. If you do live paycheck to paycheck, do you have something to the side? That means if you live paycheck to paycheck, that means $100 comes in and $100 goes out directly to bills. And you got no money to the side. You can't get your tire fixed unless you borrow. Do you want to always borrow? No, you don't. You know, we've kind of glorified debt a little bit, and we've become irresponsible. What I mean by irresponsible is we think it's okay to borrow money and not pay it back. We do it so often. Oh, just go get a credit card, use a credit card, and pay it back later. Later comes, and you still ain't got the money to pay it back. And then it's even later than that. And then that later comes, and you still don't have the money. The borrower will always be a slave to the lender. That's what the Bible says. The borrower will always be a slave to the lender. You know, the more in debt you are with people and entities, the more you're a slave. You're in debt with the credit card company. If we're just talking about the way it works, because this is just the way society is, and this is really how it is. It's moral. It's integrity as well. If you borrow $10 from me and you tell me you're going to pay it back because I gave it to you and I let you borrow it, and you don't pay it back, you are not a moral and integrity type of person, because you did not hold your word. You played me, basically. You misused me. You misused my trust, and you did not stand on your word as a person. Therefore, I'm not going to trust you. I cannot vouch for you as a person because you did not stand on your word. So therefore, what kind of person does that make you? Right? You're not a good person. I don't know why we glorify it, because a lot of us are in debt. A lot of us. But we don't feel no type of way about it. Maybe you don't care. Oh yeah, I owe this person. I owe student loans. I owe hospitals. I owe all these things, and I don't care. And it's different mentality when you got a plan. It's one thing to say you owe people and you have a plan. It's another thing to say you owe people and you don't care nothing about it. You don't even have a plan to pay these folks back. You don't even have an idea of when you're going to start. You don't even have a desire to. And even worse, you're not going to. Some people literally say, I'm not going to pay you back. I'm not paying you. I borrowed money from you. I took money out of your pocket for food that could have put family on your family's table, and I'm not going to pay you back. That's basically what you're saying. You took money off of my table for my family, and you don't care, and you're not going to help me and pay it back to me. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying to the credit card company. That's what you're saying to the student loans, the schools. That's what you're saying to the car companies that, hey, I took money from y'all. Y'all helped me. Boo-hoo to y'all. You look like boo-boo the fool. Hey, you the fool. You gave me the money to get this car. You the fool. I ain't paying you. That's basically what you're doing. That's not right. I get that's what we do. But that's not right. It's not right. It is not moral. It is not of integrity. I don't know why or where that mentality has come from. And I think because we've been struggling so long to pay people back and we've been in a rat race that we just stopped caring. And so therefore, we just stopped trying. Because you stop caring, you stop trying. So you need an emergency fund. You need to save something. Right? That $10 goes a long way in an emergency. If we use that $100 example, you get paid $100, you put $10 aside for emergencies. That emergency could come at any moment where you need food or you need some water. Hey, I just need water. You got $10. It ain't going to affect nothing else. Your bills are paid. You got $10 for emergencies. And then the next time you get paid, now you got $20. Next time you get paid, now you got $30. You don't have $30 to go eat. You have $30 for an emergency. You don't have $30 to go buy this dress just because it's the 4th of July or Christmas. You got $30 for emergency. I want you to hammer these things into your mentality. Hammer it in. I need you to tell yourself over and over, this $30 is to help my daughter in case she choke and I need to go to the hospital. I need you to make it serious for yourself. So you feel bad for touching it. You feel bad for even thinking about touching it. I want you to put yourself on punishment for even thinking about taking money from your daughter or your son. Taking money from your grandmother. This money is for my grandmama. I want you to feel bad about even thinking about taking money from your grandmama. You should feel bad. Oh, it's only one time. Bump that one time. That one time is when your kids need it. Because now you got an emergency and you can't do nothing about it because you mismanage your money. You should feel bad. I'm just telling you the mentality that it takes to break your cycle. You are in a cycle. If you really want to increase your quality of life, you have to change your relationship with money. And then the last one, money to invest. Okay, Jimmy, now I got $10 other to invest. Invest in what? Well, we know that there are multiple investment things that you can put money into. You've heard them. I'm sure you've Googled them, you've YouTubed them, you've heard them. You got stocks, bonds, you got real estate, you got all these other kind of things. I'm going to help you here with investing. There are many ways you can think about investing. One easy way to invest that people overlook is they don't invest in themselves. Say, for example, you're struggling with this mentality thing that I'm talking about. If you're struggling with that, you need this. You need the mentality first. Before you can grasp anything else. You need this type of mentality I'm talking about. And say, even after this podcast, you still don't get it. Say you just don't get it. Hey, Jimmy, I'm hearing everything you're saying. I just still don't get this. You need to invest in yourself. You need to hear this from someone else. You need this simplified even more to where this makes sense to you. Because maybe I'm not making sense to you. You need to invest in yourself. You need to go buy a book. Again, you got $10. You can go to Audible and for $10 and get a nice book that will explain what I'm talking about. You You can go buy a book. You can go to YouTube, listen to some videos, listen to somebody else outside of me. You can go to Google. You need to invest in yourself. Maybe you need to take a class. You know, I don't know what it is, but you need to invest in yourself. Maybe, hey, Jimmy, I hear what you're saying. I just ain't got the energy. Maybe you need a gym membership. $10. Planet Fitness, $10. Maybe you need a gym membership. Bam. $10 a month right there to the gym. Bam. Get your health in order, right? Get some things going, right? You need to invest in yourself. Once you get yourself together and you get the mentality and, you know, the thing that you need, once you get all that stuff together, then we can start about investing in things that will make you more money. The first thing that is going to make you more money is yourself. You can make you more money. So you should invest in you first. Then once you get you together, then you can think about other things that can make you more money. So, what are some other things now that we've talked about us investing in ourselves? What are some other things, Jimmy? Well, how about a business? How about you invest in your future of working? I've realized a while back that as long as you have a job, I don't care what your job is. You could be the president. You could be the CEO. You could be a manager. You could be a cashier. You could be whatever. As long as you work for someone else, you could be fired. I want you to think about that. If you work for somebody, I just wanted to settle in. I don't care how long you've been there. I've seen it all. I've seen it all. 25 years, 2 years, 6 months, 2 months, 1 month, 7 days, 2 days, 70 years. I don't care how long you've been there. You can be fired. Someone can snatch away your quality of life. It could be snatched away. I really want you to think about that. Oh, wow. I have a job, and what a lot of people think is that they're secure. People talk about job security so much. There is no job on the planet that is secure. Because if you do the wrong thing, or if you say the wrong thing, or you act the wrong way, or you treat people the wrong way, you can be fired. And in your mind, it might not be the wrong way. But if it rubs them the wrong way, and they're the ones that are paying you money, they could terminate your contract and be like, I'm no longer giving you money because I don't like you no more. I don't trust you no more. You don't represent me well no more. That's basically companies. Well, I don't like the feeling or the idea that my well-being could be snatched away because I work for someone else. You need to be creating a path for your own. How did people of old do it? How did they make money? They bartered. They had their own thing. Think about the Renaissance period. Think about the artists. Artists created and then they sold. They made art and then they sold it. Think about craftsmen, people who made tools. They made tools and then they sold them. And then they used that money to go buy more material so they can keep doing what they love to do, which is make more tools so they can keep selling it. Why are you not doing that? Why are you not making money so you can use your money to do what you love to do? And so that way, when you make more money, you could put that money into what you love to do even more so that you could do it more. You need to be creating an exit strategy for yourself so that you can have financial freedom for yourself. When you work for yourself, no one can limit the amount of money you make. When you work for yourself, no one can fire you because it's all on you. It's yours. When you work for yourself, no one can limit you as far as your potential of outreach and your ideas and your methods and everything about you because it's yours. Why would you not rather bet on yourself? Why would you always want to keep your life in someone else's hands? Bet on yourself. And I'm not saying you got to have a business. I'm not saying you got to have a business right now. Maybe you don't know what you want to do, but take some time. Figure out what you like. and make a business out of it. Figure out what you like and share it with the world. And when you share it with the world, figure out a way to make money from it. Don't just be sharing things and not making no money. Share stuff. Share it freely. Right now, I'm sharing this with you freely. I have no problem in giving away free. My job is to help people as best as I can. But here's the kicker of it all. Be so good, and you can quote this. Jimmy Scott said this. Be so good at giving away things for free that people will willingly pay you for it. I want you to be so, I'm going to say that one more time. You need to be so good at giving away for free that people have no choice but to pay you for it because you're so good at giving away for free. Your service to people is so impeccable that people love you enough to give to you. You will always be taken care of. I told you it before. If you're a Christian, if you take care of God's people, God will take care of you. Even if you're not a Christian, if you take care of people, the world will take care of you. Society will pay you back. Be so good at giving away for free that people will pay you for it. I know it sounds crazy because it's free, but when you get so good at doing it, people respect you for it because you're giving them truth. And people will do anything they can because you have now given value to their life. My job with these podcasts is to help you so much that you continue to tune in and listen to me and what I have to give you so that these views go up, that YouTube will pay me because so many people are gravitated towards what I have to say. And I have no problem talking and giving you this free game. So, to wrap up this podcast, we're talking about money habits. These are just the beginning, basic money habits. I'll probably do another episode on these money habits. We talked about what to do when you get paid, what to do with your paychecks every time you get paid. Give 10%, invest, pay yourself 10% into an emergency fund, and then invest 10%. Invest 10% into yourself. Invest 10% into a business. Start your own business. You need a side hustle in today's economy. And you need the side hustle to work so hard that it's your main hustle so you can work for you. And it ain't a side no more. Too many side hustles not turning into main hustles. Turn that side hustle into a main hustle. Work more for yourself than you do for the other man. Do more for you than you do for the other man. Love you more than you love the job. Love your family more than you love the job. Love your future more than you love the job. Love your freedom more than you love the job. Hey, I appreciate you for tuning in and listening to me today. If you found some value out of this podcast here today, please feel free to shoot me a like. Hit that thumbs up button on YouTube so that more people can start to gravitate towards this message. Also, share this message with someone who really needs to hear this and get on board with this next money habit train that we're about to go down as it resorts to money. So be sure to share it. Also subscribe to the channel if you really like these videos and you want to see more content like this so you can be notified. And make sure you hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified when I come out with a video so that you don't miss any of these episodes. I really appreciate you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you next time.